dangerous to somebody searching for the treasure.
Hey Duke, show him the band I created.
But
that's right.
The search has
gonna study to be Gord Downing.
A new kind of person into the mountains. People from Florida and Louisiana, you know, places where you don't have mountains, don't understand that you can get stuck in the mountains and spend the night in your car.
This one goes out to my nieces and nephews.
The desert
and why there's a Hell's Angels in my coloring box.
You have to have one.
This is something I'll never know.
Searchers make is that they don't dwell long enough on the first clue. If you can't find the first clue, you don't have anything. I mean, there's people driving down the street looking for a blaze.
This is a solve.
That's one of the clues, but you can't start in the middle of the poem and find a treasure. I don't think. I mean, it would be a miracle if someone did.
That happened to me right here.
That came within 200 feet. I don't know of anyone that's inside of 200 feet, but I don't know. They tell me where they are.
So
exactly where they are. So that's how
that was me. I found that tree. That was the miracle that happened to me.
That they're in a spot that's in close proximity to the treasure.
And within this room,
but they don't know that
I've gone through and I've solved the riddle.
I know that the treasure's still out there.
And I'll close the door now.
I don't want to give out any more clues like that. But, you know,
And I'll walk through it as the best as I can solve this for him.
The treasure is not in a tunnel someplace. And yet I get emails from people that tell them they're going into tunnels and mines, and you know, those things can be dangerous. You know, there's snakes in there. You can fall. They can fall in on top of you. So I tell them not to do anything that a 79 or 80-year-old man couldn't do carrying a 42-pound box. And I'm not going to tell you anything that's going to take you to the treasure. I've said that the treasure is above 1,000 feet.
Oh, oops.
Feet, and it's below 10,200 feet.
He said it was above 1,000 feet.
You know, the entire Rocky Mountains is above 5,000
Rocky Mountain
feet.
Trench, Zikokalux Falls.
I'm not flippant about this. I mean, it's not something that somebody's going to do on spring break or Sunday.
And what I'm going to do is, since I've been studying it, I'm going to take my bronze later today.
People don't understand that. Someone could find that treasure chest this
And
afternoon.
if you take a look at this bronze, it's called The Last Drop. 420. And if you take a look at here and you define the word blaze, where's blaze? Blaze. Define the word blaze, and you'll have all those definitions. And this is a very powerful room. Is about this map is, well, it's this one right here. It's the New El Dorado map. And it's Mount Brown and Wood River and Downey Peak and all the gold that's here. That in 1867 we had to form a line because we invented dynamite, as in Great Britain. And the gold was protected. And the Tragically Hip had been writing about it. Because this guy and that guy look too much alike. And these people right here, I gave them the knowledge. And on April 20th, they said, this Marine needs cash. So I believe they have the gold. I believe it was right here, hidden in the wood, petrified. That information's on my Facebook. This map's from 1858. The Indians knew what was going on because the Spanish was here 500 years earlier. And they told everybody. And this is the post that I learned about. And God just spoke to me that day. And it was very powerful. These are all the things I would dream about as a kid growing up. Muhammad Ali, Gordie Howe, Mark Wahlberg, an artist, Jesus. I was a very, very firm believer in Jesus until the story of Jesus, until Santa Claus, I learned was a lie, brought to us by Coca-Cola Corporation. I learned that Albert Einstein was a scientist who believed that imagination was more important than knowledge. And as I go through here, it's like, this is what I want to become, and it's magically going to happen. And I'm going to write music about the native people. Gord Downing inspired me. And now I get to write history about Jesus and all the maps what was really going on, and how the natives were hunted, and the Irish farmers of the 1800s were hunted, like, and they came up to the Kokalaks, and it just allowed them to loop through and survive. And people used to hide up in that area, and it's very prominent. And I want to learn about the native people. I want to learn about what happened to them. The Spanish, 500 years ago, 1492, the Spanish came here for the gold. I mean, it's just everywhere, and it goes so deep. And even in the Pioneers of Revelstoke, when you go into the Brown family, there are the very, very important messages. Begin it where warm waters halt. That's the home of Brown. And right in here, as I've gone in there, alone in there, that's Canada. If my treasure's bold, that's Canada. I can keep my secrets where, and hint of riches new and old. That's a gold title. And he flew into Canada. Brown's a capital. It has all these solves. You can do it as a fly fisherman or as a pilot. We get over warm waters halt. That would be right here. That's a blaze too. That's a waterfall. I've gone down there in my gear. I've had a range. I've been down here, playing in here for a long time. I crossed the river and I lit a fire under the home of Brown. And the golden rainbow is right here that goes over it. That's it in the wintertime, so their hot springs are in there. And it just goes really deep. And I want to do a documentary on it, so I'll do that later. But beginning where warm waters halt, that can also be like the hot springs, the canyon hot springs. If you're a fighter pilot or a fisherman, it can be like the fishing hole. And take it in the canyon down. That right there is you come down the canyon like the waterfall, or you come around Albert Canyon and take the Columbia River the long way. Not far, but too far. You have to hike and swim. Everything has a double meaning. Put it below the home of Brown. Brown could be fish, bear, cow, because there's a land there that the brown cows hang out at. And it could be Kootenai Brown, which is this guy, which talks about a gold title. So he used to live there. And the home of Brown is very much these people that became extinct. It's an Indian tribe, home of the brown trout. From there's no place for the meek. That's like life. And it used to be called Death Rapids. I've learned about that. The end is ever drawing nigh. The river must be low, so I'm going to go back in September, and I'm going to go back down in here, and I'm going to take the bronze, and I'm going to go recover it, because I've scuba dived, and I almost died there last year, so I'll do it on my grandfather's birthday. There will be no paddle up your creek, so that's the time of year. There must be heavy loads and water high. You'll see how I'll get into that more down here, and more into here of how, you know what I mean? Like, I'll get more into it. I'm a howitzer. I'm a natural leader. And what I'll do is, if you've been a wise man, I was a wise. I found the blades, the long way streak, the waterfall, the trail marker, Death Rapids. I know it all. Look quickly down. Your quest to cease. But Terry Scan with Marvel Gaze. And also, if you're an artist, it's so brown in there. Just take the chest. So if you can only take the chest and go in peace, so why do these leave his trove for all to seek? Because it's under the Columbia River. So he's taking all his precious things, like here, like that's Darcy. You know what that means is it means one thing, and on the back of my name, it's great for my band because it says one God, one King. And so I'm gonna put that in the box, and I'm gonna put a couple of crosses in the boxes, and then I'm gonna dump the contents out into the Columbia River, and that'll all be buried. And so I'll leave it, my trove, for all to seek, but the box I'm going to go hide somewhere. But because this is a Lucky Charms box, I'm going to go hide the bronze and I'll go solve it, and this riddle will make perfect sense, and I'll show you where the solve is. But if you beat me to it, good luck. So why is it that I must go? The answer I know it. I've done it, tired, now I'm weak. So hear me all and listen good. Your effort will be worth the cold. That's the Kokalaks River, because it used to be called the Wood River. And if you're brave and in the wood, the petrified wood, which I showed on the back of the map, I give you title to the gold, so you get the Manning title. And this is so deep. Like there's rules about Parliament, and this one right here is like a really nice book because it's signed by Shel Stevenson. And that's by Shel Stevenson. And I wanted to gift that to Forrest because someone gifted me this. And there's their pottery remains that I've taken from my garden. You know, like, they go back to this. They're just in the ground everywhere. And that's my solve. And I want to do a documentary about it. And, you know, like, I want it to be better than this one by someone who believed in me. He works for Edmonton. I want to give these to my bandmates. I want to give Hawaii back to the local people. Obviously, something's wrong with this state. If the British and the American are saying, we'll just take control of Hawaii, let's give it back to the local people and get rid of the guns. Let's have a plan like Shanahan. I wanted to give a shout out to him. To Millie, who's an angel to me. She's right next to Jesus. To my grandfather, who taught me about Christianity. To the people saying that we need to change. And to my nieces and nephews. To my Loving the Enemy and the guitar and all the beautiful poetry that I get to have fall in love with the arts. In 30 years, hopefully I'll be as successful as Bob Marley and Gord Downey. Have some faith in me, please. I'm not going to dream anything less. And I'm going after these people. I'm going to write music about this because they're saying that we're not spiritual creatures and that we should take the classical and put them in the corner and give them drugs. And that almost fried my brain. It was a really scary experience. Taking those pharmaceutical drugs, like, scared me. And that's another angel. There's a special shout out to her. And now back to Forrest.
Everything that's happened in Fenn's life has been leading up to this. As a self-made man with no formal education,
that's me too.
He's found success through hard work, ingenuity, imagination, and a little inspiration from the land he loves. Forrest, can you tell me how this land that...
And there's another video I wanted you to watch.
How it relates to your treasure hunt and how it maybe influenced the idea and the thrill of the chase?
Well, that's the idea. It's the thrill of the chase.
It's a thrill of the chase. And that's why I'm going for Hockey Canada. And that's why I'm going for write albums about Gord Downey. Like, I want to go show you more about what my passions are in life. Like, here's the Victoria show. And if you go to the Victoria show and you go there, and that was the day that I wanted to go give Gordie Down my Gordie Howe jersey, and you listen to the first song, you're going to listen to Boots and Hearts, and he's going to change the words from I to you, and that was when it was written to me, and that's when I just said I had to go to Kingston, and I went there with no money. I went to the gas station, asked for $5 at a time, and I wheeled my way there. When I got there, I was gifted 2 tickets, and I gifted one away to a complete stranger. I took no money for it, and I wheeled my way back home, and I did it with no money, and I did it with a Bible, and I asked for help along the way. And then I woke up to this beautiful story, is I get to be goalie. My love is so deep in hockey, it's not even funny. I could play hockey left, right, handed, and I'm going to dream, and I ask people to pray for me because I want to go win gold medal for my country. And that was his Forrest Fenn song, which is a Tragically Hip. It's a band you got to fucking see. They used to scare the living shit out of me. This is what I believe. I believe in Jesus, and I believe in Matthew. No one can serve 2 masters, for either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and money. I do not serve money. I serve my Lord. And this is Millie. She's an angel who looks out for me. It's deeper and deeper. These guys right here, I guess, you know, they bought the church. Amen. The truth will be told. Amen. They bought the church. And I don't know where else to go. Like, I want to give you condense so much, but I'm going to do a documentary. I kept it solved, and I'll come out on my grandfather's birthday, and I'll retrieve this.
If you bought it, I would actually put your head shape in it to where it fits you more.
Local hat maker J.D. Noble does indeed believe Fenn's story, and just like Mark Howard and a handful of other
Let's skip this.
souls, he's been spending his free time in
Let's just go here, because you guys can watch all this stuff, and we'll go right to the end.
Makes you feel safe, and like you can open up to anybody.
Everyone is so kind, and you do lots of fun activities.
We support them in a medical standpoint and just as a kid standpoint. Just be a kid.
My main focus was Any more clues for me?
Well, you're going to put me in for an Academy Award for...
I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Any more clues for me?
Yeah, the treasure chest is hidden in the Rocky Mountains below 15,000 feet. That's a clue just for you. Don't
That means he's told a couple of bluffs. That right there says he's told a couple of bluffs. And why did you come out with the second book with the map? This book was come out 3 years after the first one. And in it, you gave the map to lead people astray. Because sometimes it's poker, right? And it's you got to play the cards that you play. Well, tell me where the treasures, where the wise men apply, wherever you find them. Yeah. And please find me on YouTube.
So many roads I've traveled.
Please see me on Facebook, where I like to chat to people. And the one that I want to show you is Forrest Fenn. This guy right here, I'll message him. I've messaged him before. Search. Forrest Fenn. And that's it. I showed him. I showed him way back. When I first got in contact with him, it was 5th of May 2016. I believe I have the answer. I worked backwards and I prayed to God. And I've been in contact with him ever since. It's the thrill of the chase. It's the thrill of the chase. It's the thrill of the chase. And then after this video, it's so like boring. Like I lose interest myself. And I'm going for Hockey Canada, and I'm gonna do a documentary, and I'm giving it all away. I want to watch the next one. And Forrest Fenn is my friend. He's proving it right now.
It's not signed. Can I get a signature after? Good to see you. Good to see you, Forrest. Would you sign my book after? Would you sign my book after? I don't got a signed copy. I'll talk to you after. You have a good time. Nice purple. You look good.
And this is the only message I could give him.
See, he's my friend.
I give him this message right here.
If you guys could just hold that as a video shooting right now, and it's just like, Forrest, I tell you, Jesus Christ is your only Savior. He taught me. He told me. God told me where you hid the treasure, and I went backwards. He's your Savior.
Did he tell you to go get it or what?
No, I gifted the knowledge away. I gifted all the knowledge away. And in your poem it says, just take the chest in one piece. So why must I leave my trove for all to seek? I believe you emptied your trove in the Coca-Cola river, which fed down the Columbia to bring light on the Columbia peace trees. And I thank you, Jesus, beings, and you have to accept God as your Savior.
No, because I'm waiting on my...
Good luck to you, sir.
Yeah, good luck to you.
He didn't know what to think when I told him God told me. Nor did my friends or family, and some chose to listen and some didn't. Well, let's listen to Jim Carrey now.
Jesus is electric.
I scared the shit out of people when Jesus got in my body.
I don't know what
The Holy Spirit's real.
but the paintings of Jesus are really my desire to convey Christ consciousness.
There's so much more going on in this life of mine.
The feeling when you looked in his eyes,
About this map.
he was accepting.
And Gord Downey told me to introduce myself. I think I will. Amen. It's time to go hide my bronze. Say goodbye to the last drop. 420. God bless. I was just trying to get your attention for this video. I solved the Forrest Fenn riddle. Next Christmas, 2018, I'll come up with a documentary about it. About how Canada took control of all the gold deposit outside the town of Goldenfield and surrounded our town of Revelstoke. And 150 years we've been living a lie. And first they hunted the Irish and they went after the natives. There's so much gold that's worth nothing. What would that mean to the economics of the world? Revelstoke is surrounded by 3 national parks. There's so much gold in them there hills, it's not even funny, and that's where the truth is. And God gave me the story. I am the golden child. God bless.